Okay. Hey, that doesn't work. Let's move it like this. Much better. Hey guys, my name is John Kalam from Kuhol Garage, and this is a restream of, I guess, the second episode of Race Car Driver Plays Chess. So, the concept of this stream is that I discuss topics about motoring, motorsports, car life, tuning, whatever motoring, motorsport things that I fancy talking about. Given a certain topic every time we do a live stream, while at the same time playing rapid chess. 10-minute time limit chess via chess.com. So, right now you could see me at rank 957 on rapid 10-minute chess. In the second episode, the previous stream that I am redoing for this instance, this also was roughly the same rank that I have had achieved, or I have started with rather. Chess, I play it every day. I don't play much video games nowadays. I'm not that old. But I used to play a lot of video games. I was a console gamer in the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 days. But nowadays, I guess it's age, priorities talking. I can't bear, or not really bear, but I cannot imagine myself buying a PS5 or buying whatever Xbox there is and taking the time to play it. Um, so I'm just basically focused on the PC nowadays. But even on PC gaming, I don't play much PC games. Even the racing games that I've downloaded and competed in during the pandemic, Assetto Corsa, Dirt Rally 2.0, I don't have much seat time in recent months as I should have. I don't know. I don't really play much games nowadays except for chess. And so I thought that, hey, instead of just talking randomly, might as well play some chess. Try to build my ranks while at the same time talk. And maybe if there's somebody watching, maybe you guys can give me some ideas on what to move. I am not an expert in chess. I'm not super good in chess. I've been playing this game for like 2, 3, 4 years online. And my ranking is only 957. And so my dream goal is to, not dream. Of course, my dream in this game is maybe eventually play a live game, not like a ranked event nationally at the very least, and try to be a very good known chess player. If this is something I really want to take seriously as a sport, I guess. But for now, the immediate goal is that I should be good enough to reach 1200. I've not reached 1200, I've not reached 1100, but I've been quite close to 1100 um, in some occasions. Alright? I've reached 1000 twice. Alright, so I just dropped down to 950. And I've been playing around this range for a good few days. Okay? Alright. The topic for today, before I play chess, is I'm going to discuss the worst first race car in my experience. Okay? As we know, any car can be a race car. But you could do better than starting with the car that I I tried motorsports with. I'll tell you the story um, as we proceed along with the live stream. Okay, so yeah, let's go begin the game. Okay. Uh, okay, I'm playing white. Let me play my standard opening. I don't really have a set pattern, but I try to make the pieces end up a certain way. I don't know what it's called. I did not research it. If this is something being done by grandmasters or what, but I like to set my pieces this way. Okay? Um, and this is basically what I want to do. I don't know if it's good or not, but I feel that I'm gaining success in this with this arrangement. Okay, my goal is to eat this one. Oh, okay. He saw my plan by moving the rook to defend this knight. Defend this e-pawn. Okay. Maybe push this pawn here. Mm, no, if I push this pawn, this will be exposed. Let's protect it. Protect the rook. And maybe now push this one. Push this one. Really take? Then no. He could push here, and then he could kick my knight. I could always go back here if he does. Alright. This knight's attacking two knights. Retreat? I think I retreat. Then we have an equal trade of knights. Okay. I have no idea what's... let's make him push at this knight over here in the B file. Ew. I don't know. Here? Eat the knight with that one. Maybe I push my queen there. Threaten the knight to move. He kinda has no way to go. Oh, he has a way to go. I forgot. He can move there. Let's threaten this knight. I'm looking there. Okay. My screen's over here. Okay. Ate my rook. Kick. Okay, dito ka. Mm, I don't know where to move. I think my positions. I don't really have a strong position here. This one's irritating me this night. I think I have to eliminate the knight. I don't have any good positions. Okay, he decided to remove his own knight. What's a good move? I don't want to push this one. Useless. This will leave. This will go. Push this one. Leave that there. Protect. I'm at a time deficit over the guy from Australia. Australia? Yes, Australia. Eh, uh, I don't know what to move. There's no real good moves. I'm just making some moves. Put put the king there first. I don't know. Is that safe? Is that safe? I don't know if it's safe or not. Okay. That gives me this for free. If I can push here, he doesn't block. Oh, threatening me. I can't eat it. I can't push here. Dito kaya. I was tempted to put it here, put the queen here, but Uh, uh, dito ka. It gives me an escape path. Go back this road. Or no path to escape. Goodbye, rook. Mm, I'm running out of time, my friend. Sige, safety muna. But I can... But this one's protected. Protected. Hide. Ew. Goodbye, queen. Grabbing salt to my wound, ah. Fudge. Talo. Ano? I'm still alive. Uh, what else? Maybe block. Then crawl. I'm out of time, man. I think I resign. Okay. Okay, let me take a break. Drinking water. Okay. Let's try a new game. Um, what else? What else should we do? I think while I play the game, let me go and discuss what's on my mind for today's topic: the worst race car, the worst first race car that you could try to start your motorsport career with. Okay, as I play this second game. Okay, let's start with just pushing the pawns the way I like it. Okay, this is a threat. Mistake. Anyway, block. Queen here. Let's castle queenside. Thank you. Okay, you resigned. I guess I win that one. Alright, let's start talking, man. Alright, the first race car. The first. Um, when you guys start racing, you have a multitude of choices. Well, I mean, I don't know how you were exposed to motorsport. I don't know where you were able to feel the excitement of racing and be tempted to try it out yourself. Okay, one recent opportunity that I guess a massive amount of people, about 12,000 in attendance, and how many hundreds of thousands watching on the live stream of last weekend's Vios Cup. Some of you were able to see that one and probably be excited to be involved or to try your hand at driving competitively, not only spiritedly, leisurely, but competitively in motorsport, in close motorsport settings rather. So there are many ways you can enter car. You could go carts, rental carts, then actual racing carts. You can go saloon racing to start with. Circuit, or not circuit yet, but you could do circuits, track days first, and then things like a parking lot racing, slalom, gymkhana, autocross, whatever you call that field of motorsport, where you could use just your normal car and you go through a closed course, very tight, laid down by pylons. And you maybe you want to live a little dangerously, try loose surface racing, rallycross, and then from these various vantage points, karting, um, circuit, slalom, and rallycross, you can climb and try out higher levels, more difficult, more challenging aspects of motorsport. But one thing I would like to emphasize is that in whatever starting point that you wish to use or wish to go through first, there's no right or wrong way to begin your motorsport career as a fan, as an enthusiast. Um, if your goal is Formula One, probably karting would be more important, and you should be doing it when you're like 5 or 6 years old or 7 years old. If you are 30, how old am I? 37 years old, and you just decided, hey, I want to be a Formula One driver, and it's not gonna happen. So you have to be realistic. But regardless, whatever age you start, whatever budget you start, I mean, motorsport is not never a cheap sport. It is quite an expensive sport. In as much as everybody has been trying to let people enter motorsport in as affordable a manner as possible. There's so many entryways into it. Regardless, it costs money. That if you're living in a developing country like the Philippines, spending $100 may be trivial um, for some, but $100 6,000 pesos. It's actually right now exchange rates 55 is to 1. 55 peso, Philippine peso to $1. But let's just say 60. Spend 6,000 pesos in one day. Um, how many percent of the population can do that easily? Or not even easily, just at all. Willing to spend 6,000 pesos, $100. In America, $100, I don't know, that's probably a nice dinner outside, right? Here, 6,000 is a lot of money. It's half the minimum wage. Minimum monthly wage, roughly, right? So it's not that accessible for everybody here. In that sense, that is the major gatekeeper of a lot of people, a lot of Filipinos tackling this one. Motorcycle racing is slightly more accessible, I guess, probably because motorcycles are easier to acquire. Um, a second-hand car is not far off from a brand new motorcycle. And a car that's at least 150,000 pesos should be in decent condition enough that you could use it every day and also try out motorsport for yourself in the various entry points that I've discussed. But there's, I think, one more that I haven't discussed in the line of rally, which is time speed distance rally, which is another nice entry point if rallying, stage rally is something that you would like to do. Okay, so do you have, I mentioned, I think, four entry points: karting, parking lot racing, track days, and track days is not a competitive event, right? It's just allowing you access and the ability to go around the racetrack. And finally, yeah, I mentioned rallycross. Yeah, and one more is time speed distance events. Okay, so like a treasure hunt or something like that, right? Um, or what they call the tulip rally or sampaguita rally. That's the fifth one, TSD rallies, right? So these are like five entry levels, and four of them require your own car or access to a car. Okay, could be your own car, your parents' cars. I started out with my parents' cars. All right, all right. So I'm not, in that sense, I've been very much fortunate to have that leg up. Okay. But I started with the wrong. How, well, to the eyes of a lot of people, it's the wrong car. Okay. If I were to, I started racing when I was like 18 years old. Alright, I'm not saying I've been racing continuously for the past 17 years. Um, but from time to time, of course, given budget, given opportunities, whatever. And when in the early days, I started in slalom, autocross, parking lot racing in general. So in that sense, in that sport, I'm able to use whatever car that's in the garage. And I have had a fascination when I was younger for the Hyundai Elantra second generation J2 chassis, because that was the car that my dad was able to buy brand new in 1998. I still have the car until today. Okay? But it's not running. It's just there. So, what advantages does the Hyundai Elantra have? Does it have racing pedigree? Yes. Um, for two specific moments of history. One, locally, it was raced by the MP Turbo racing team in production class touring car racing, which I think it won back to back in the late 90s. Right? So that's one. And number two, it was raced in international rally. Um, Prepared in Australia by Wayne Bell. I think Wayne Bell passed away already. Um, so it was in rallies, it was in circuit, and in Korea, of course, they whatever car they had in Korea, right? They make it in Korea, and they also did not have a proper motorsport industry there at that time. So they've been racing that one, and of course, its two-door sibling, the Tiburon, right? They call it the Tiburon. I think they pronounce it that way. So, um, I started my motorsport career with a 1998 Hyundai Elantra 1.6 GLS, 5-speed manual. Um, yeah, so in ebony black. So that's my first race car, which I still own to this day. Well, I own, yeah, well, it's with me, right? Okay. Um, I'll continue the story after another chess game. Anyway, is anyone watching? Eh, no one's watching, so I'll just play chess. New game. Uh, I'm just playing chess with setting the patterns that I just like. Okay, now time to think. Eh, let's go here. Eh, mm, okay, he or she moved the rook here. Push this forward. Uh, I kinda I want this defended, but I want to move this elsewhere so that I can threaten. It's a weak threat. If I move it here, push it here, can block it here. So that's not a good idea. I don't know what to do. Mm, I guess we push this forward. Ew. I leave that there. If I take, 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 uh, not a good idea. Okay. I don't know. I just push here, take, really take. doesn't. Okay, that's good, I guess. Uh, Gosh, man. I don't want to. I'll just push it back here. Ow. 6:30. I'm behind time. I'm behind. I'm seriously behind time. Blocking there. I'm again at this position. Okay, I'm playing somebody from Russia, I guess. Uh, meh. Resign. Whew. Two losses. Two losses, one win. Oh well. Okay. Been streaming for 47 minutes. So let's continue with the story. And anyway, I don't think anyone watching. Yeah, no one's watching. Fine. So, again, first race car, 1998 Hyundai Elantra 1.6. It has gone through a lot of iterations. My most favorite iteration it had was the very last one, where it had, or it still has, the 2.7 liter V6 from the Tiburon. Very torquey. Um, what do I like about it? Very torquey, very six-speed manual, nice shifter. I really liked it. We were able to get it running and set before the pandemic, roughly, I think. And I was able to drive that car very very nicely in a few occasions. Um, Now, why is it the worst first race car? Okay, first of all, there's nobody who knows how to set up that car. I had to learn everything, what parts that I could use to achieve whatever it is that I want to modify on the car, get it competitive. But whatever you do, you're I still found myself falling flat in the face as compared to other people using not really normal cars, but the usual racing suspects, racing platforms locally, like the Honda Civic, Toyota Corolla, Mitsubishi Lancer, all the other 90s sedans that came, was released around roughly the same time period as my Elantra, where a lot of people are able to seek knowledge resources to get their cars having more power, handle better, so on and so forth. And there's also a community supporting them. For me, the people like Elantras, there was really nobody else racing them to the extent that I was competing with that platform. And people have been telling me, get rid of the car, get rid of the car. But I am a stubborn mule. Why can't I make the car perform much in the same way as these other cars? Yeah, there is really no advantage to using an Elantra, except giving myself what you call this one, a major severe handicap of trying to modify it, and yet at the same time also myself trying to learn how to drive. Okay, nothing um nothing will teach you worse in driving a car than driving a modified car, because you will not really, which really took me, it really took me a very very long time to figure out, um, to transcend the crappiness of my car, and the way I tuned it incorrectly at a certain point, where I could not learn anything from my car at all. As far as how to drive the car. So I really took a lot of steps back, and I really had to reconsider and reflect, and gone through so much expense and so much heartache, hardship, in order for me to be able to, at the very least, learn how to drive competitively, drive fast, and at the same time really learn how to really set up a car in a manner that will really have an effect on performance, instead of just slapping parts because that's what other people are doing with their other cars. Okay, so using the platform, to be honest, um, put me back 10 years. I've been in motorsport for 17 years. I wasted probably 10 years dealing with this silly car, modifying it, spending uh, a lot of money, and achieving nothing as a result. Except, I did learn a lot going through this one, and that I am applying in what I currently do, and currently, I mean, as the hobby that is car modification, I've learned a lot through using the wrong platform for all this time. I learned a lot. Um, First of all, the first realization that I can share to you is that truly, you can race any car. Doesn't matter what you have. Um, I have friends racing Isuzu Crosswinds in autocross. I won a championship in slalom using my MGZS 2021 model. And that wasn't modified at all. It was just a bone stock Chinese car. Chinese SUV, crossover SUV rather. So you can really race any car. That's what first of all the journey taught me. Number two, if I really need a specialized race car, meaning to say I would deviate much or modify much to my stock race car, install things like roll cages, things that detract it from being able to be used every day. Um, the second learning is it might just be better to rent a race car or have or just use some other guys race cars. I tried that one. First time I did that was with the First Step Racing Cup back in 2018, 2019. And most recently when I joined the endurance race, I with those that was the endurance race that was last year 2024 November. And of course, as a lot of driving rental carts. For most of all my karting career, I've not really done the pro karts yet. I've not driven a pro kart in my life yet. But I have extensive experience in rental carts, gasoline, and recently electric. Uh, Again, to repeat, the first learning is you can race any car. Since you can race any car, um, why prepare your own car? Just rent. It might not be, yes, you may save a few bucks. Maybe do it yourself or just use whatever car or what. But um, I learned recently also in my path to be an entrepreneur and my path to earn money to go do this racing thing. I just recently learned that entrepreneurship is not a solo effort. It is a team sport. Okay? You cannot be successful by yourself. Much in the same way that you cannot clap using one hand, you have to use two hands to clap. Okay? Um, you need to build a team with you, around you, mentors above you, where you can draw advice, and a team to operationalize the things that you want to do. Okay? Motorsport, obviously, you see the drivers, but you have to understand it is a sport that requires a driver and the vehicle. It requires man, it requires a machine. Okay? So, who prepares the machine? It has to be another set of people. You can prepare your own car. You can go do the racing. But the thing is, being a mechanic, and this was also taught to me by my Tito Robbie, by Tito Robbie, uh, Tito Robbie Hermoso, which was also relayed to him by, if I'm not mistaken, a Japanese race mechanic. It was told to him and it was told to me, what do you want to be? Do you want to be a driver or you want to be a mechanic? Um, my answer to that is, why not both at that time? Now, the answer is, due to all these experiences, all these mistakes, it would be nice to just focus on one. Because being a mechanic and being a driver, it is like two different games, two different mindsets, two different um, objectives. Okay? The driver will drive to his or her ability. Damn the car. Okay? The driver will sacrifice everything, including the car, including himself, to win. The mechanic will prepare the car not to make sure that the driver has the ability to finish. Okay? So, the, the mechanic will not sacrifice everything in order for the driver to win. The car has to finish. The car has to be prepared. And the job of the mechanic is not, well, not over, but there is no job for the mechanic while the car is racing. The mechanic's job is when the driver does not have it the driver does not have the car in his or her possession or on his or her hands. Okay? So, if you're the driver, and if this is what I realize, if you're the driver, if you're the mechanic, that means you'll be bloody tired. You'll be preparing the car, you'll be racing the car, you'll be braking the car, you'll be fixing it, then you have to go race it. So what I realize is, it when you try to do that, it ceases. It stops being fun. It's a never-ending slug. So it's really best to segment those roles. If you are responsible for your own car, yes, it's enjoyable to fix the car, right? But you really have to decide what is more enjoyable for you, to drive the car or to fix the car. For me, nowadays I'm not that old. I could go racing, but I studied economics as my undergraduate studies. Okay, I learned the concept of sunk costs and how when you analyze things, even though you spent ₱1,000,000, ₱2,000,000, ₱1,000,000,000, whatever amount of money that you've spent on the car, okay, however amount you've spent, if you've already spent it and then you have to make a new decision, when it does not play a bearing, or it should, technically speaking, if it shouldn't make a bearing to your next decision, you should ignore it. To keep some costs in mind, nahihinayang in Tagalog, nahihinayang kayo sa pinaggastosan nyo. Pero wala, nagastos nyo na. What's that in English? Well, you keep in mind what you have spent, and sometimes you have to already ignore. You've already gone through the mistake to carry it on your back while undertaking a path that is not feasible for you with this dead weight of a car platform. Just stop it as soon as you realize it, and it has taken me 17 years to just say good. Well, I haven't gotten rid of all my Elantras, but you have to understand, there are no parts for this car anymore. So I have bought parts cars. all for the sake of I want to race an Elantra, I want to race an Elantra, I want to have all the parts, all the parts, all the parts. I've had 11 Elantras. I'm down. I'm down to 2, 3, 4. I still have five. Two wagons, two coupes, one sedan. Yeah, I still have five. Okay. So, um, for my motorsport endeavors, um, renting is still not something for me because I do enjoy the fixing part. Even though sometimes I'm stressed, oh, this car doesn't run. What the hell? I have to buy more parts. Or even if I buy this part, it might not be a guarantee that I could get the car running. So what am I going to do? Continue, right? But I move. But for my motorsport, I have moved on to different platforms. I moved on actually to the Toyota platform. I have a big body, and I have another one that we're building a custom car on or with. But the primary race car for now, which is number one, eligible in several motorsport series that I'm very interested now to participate in. Okay, it's eligible. Number two, parts are cheap. I don't have to hoard parts. There's so many parts, surplus, brand new. I don't have to hoard. It's easy for me to maintain. And number three, people relate to the project. Oh, you have a Corolla. Cool. Oh, you have an Elantra. Why? So I kind of like, even though the Toyota big body race car that we have is a bit, um, I don't know, ragtag, so to speak. Uh, I think we're gonna be playing with this car as soon as it runs um, properly. I think we broke or the crank position sensor is not functional. I have to check the wiring in relation to the crank 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 position sensor. We'll get that running eventually. But um, so again, two realizations you guys have to learn from me. One, you can race any car, but if number two, if you could race any car, why? Well, you can own the car if you use it every day, fine. But if you're just gonna use it for racing, why own the car? Let some other joker own the car for you, handle the maintenance for you. If your priority is to just drive, it's so nice to just come into the venue, play, go home, and then let them handle the rest. It's not your responsibility. Versus if it's your own car, you have to go there, race, fix, bring the car home, all that. Um, yeah, and number three, if you're really going to go with an offbeat platform, it's really gonna cost you more than if you are going with a platform that everybody knows, there's a lot of parts and so on and so forth. Okay? So what are you going to what should you learn from what I'm saying is, okay, well, I already told you. But why is it the worst platform? The Elantras. Well, for me, for my particular use case, wasn't. I mean, there are advantages to the Elantras. They handled well. Suspension tuned by Porsche, at least for the two-door versions. Engines are reliable. They handle very well actually. They had good ABS. But here's the thing. They're heavy, wheelbase is long. Um, yeah, they're aerodynamic. But yeah, those are the thing about these Elantras. Okay, street cred, none, negatory, or very minimal. So moving forward, I could be the offbeat guy. I'm always the offbeat guy. I stand alone in a lot of things personally, in the car world, whatever. But what's important to me now is that at this stage, I'm not earning money from this obsession of mine with motorsport and all that. Well, nowadays there are opportunities for some gainful employment, but YouTube doesn't pay me money. You know, I have no brand deals on YouTube. Why do I still like post things about cars and still continue having cars built, building cars, fixing cars, and featuring it on the YouTube channel? It's because it's fun. Masaya siya. It's my creative outlet. It is my bisyo. Okay? I think it's fun. Okay? Um, so that's why I continue doing it. But of course, with limited financial abilities, you're limited to what you can do. Um, and so what my long-term plan is for the Elantras, I'm um, I definitely will have to get rid of my parts cars. But before that, I have to build one more Elantra. I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with my V6 powered Elantra. I'm thinking of using the engine for some other project. I have a wagon Elantra wagon. There's going, I'm going to be making a video in my spare time. I don't know if I have time tomorrow to shoot something in the garage. I have to do some paperworks tomorrow, which is Sunday. But I will be doing something to my Elantra wagon, and I'm getting Project Coupe all-wheel drive. I'm still working. I'm selling it, but I'm still working on it as we speak. I just lack I lack a few parts. It's just that I've spent a lot of money this week for business purposes. Um, I'm just waiting for my money to come back and then pump some of that towards the cars. All right. Um, on balance, I've learned a lot. While my motorsport, I threw myself back 10 years. I could have been at this level of ability in 5 years or 6 years if I forgot about the Elantra, just maybe went karting instead at that time, straight to karting. Maybe I should have um, picked another car, joined or held hands with somebody to help to join or whatever. I now know more than what I knew then. So it's very easy to say things on hindsight without having the foresight. But for you guys, whoever's listening, maybe nobody, but for you guys, what you should do is um, really study it. You know, it's hard to just jump. I'm a guy who just tends to jump. Any car, whatever. But The Elantra, I don't know. I'm just building. I'm I'm just going to be fixing one car. No, actually, I have plans for this YouTube channel. I'm going to be making a video, sharing with you guys all we that we have in pending here at the garage. I have two cars of my no, how many cars of my friends? I have four cars of my friends pending, but of course I would be needing um, dinero from them to continue with their cars. Um, and also my own projects. Without since I'm waiting for some funds from my friends to for me to continue their cars, to maintain whatever um, skilled labor person that I have to continue. So I have to continue with my own cars. So, but with my own cars, I have a lot of projects in mind and in progress. Okay, rally Corolla. Want to get it running. It was running, got it shaken down, repaired what they found was wrong with the car when I had it scrutinized. But now it doesn't run for some reason. I gotta get it figured out. Number two, um, we have the long nose Corolla Frankenstein build. That one's actually just to fill time. Um, I am I have been busy with with my actual day job. Um, and um, so since the Corolla long nose, or what I call the Corolong, okay, the Corolong, um, it's a lot of fab. It takes a lot of time. So, and we've been working on it almost daily for like more than a month. Okay, and it's actually going along well. But there's still things that I have to do. My goal actually for it is that I could close the car, with put windows, reinstall the trunk, whatever it is that it takes, so that I want externally, even though it's not yet painted, I want it to kind of already look like a car, even though it doesn't have an engine, it doesn't have a lot of the things that's needed. But it rolls on four wheels though right now. That's probably a project that will be, if really I push it, I could get it. I could really. I think I could get it running by March 2026. If we work on it continuously until then, I think we'll be able to get it running in time for transport show. That's the dream, to showcase the car in car shows, not really to race with it. Um, but um, but yeah, the side thing with that car is I want to learn how to drift. It's rear wheel drive, and we're putting a 4G63T 6 bolter on it, rear wheel drive. So, and I have a limited slip diff on the ready. So it's really something feasible as a drift car, I think. So we have the rally car slash circuit car, Corolong, Project Coupe all-wheel drive. We're still reinstalling the axles, and hopefully I can get that car running again. Um, drivable again, so I can move on to putting air conditioning, so I can drive it. If no one wants to buy it, it's like my supercar, right? It's fast enough to be, well, it's not a super duper car, but you get the point. It's like an expensive piece of garage art that moves and supposedly should be fast. Um, we have to repair the paint on it because my tent fell onto the car and it's scratched up in several places. Thankfully, no major dents, no glass cracked. I would cry if the glass was cracked. So, again, Corolong, Rally Corolla, Coupe all-wheel drive, the wagon. We're gonna change the engine of my wagon Elantra. So, I can't wait to show you guys what we have on mind. I bought an engine for it. I had the very very patient seller of that. It was Archie from JGHL Trading, the an importer of he imports cool engines. He used to have I don't know now, but I believe he has a horde of Evo engines and some other special engines. Um, he's a JDM fanatic, and he was able to source a very interesting engine to my eyes. It's not fast, but an interesting engine that I believe is a good swap to the wagon Elantra. So I'll be making a video on it. So that's four project cars. I also have a monocoque from a Formula Toyota that I made a video about. I'm thinking I'm not gonna make it four-wheel drive. I thought about it since I have the running gear from a Subaru, which I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of the Subaru running gear. I'm just gonna sell it even at a loss, just to get rid of it. Um, Actually, my plan is to keep the axles. Anyway, regardless of whatever plans I have for random parts, I think I have. Um, I could make the monocoque into a running car. I have enough parts to make a junkyard special Formula car. It's just a question of what engine I want to put onto the onto onto the Formula car. I have a f- I have a 4AGZE block. 4AGZE head and block assembly. I could run it NA. I have a C56 transmission. Put it transverse at the back. Alright, so it's still rear wheel drive. I have front suspension of Elantra, front suspension of Corolla, whatever. I can get that. I can get. I can have a chassis made maybe in a week. Get it rolling in 2 weeks. Chassis will be very simple. Ladder frame, whatever. Okay. I'm debating what engine. I'm thinking of putting the V6 engine of Project Coupe all-wheel drive. Sorry, the V6 engine from Elantra V6, the Project Elantra V6 that we have. Because the transmission is so sweet. But the thing is, the engine is busted. It needs a general overhaul. So my plan is to either overhaul that engine or look for a crazier V6 engine that bolts on to the transmission of the Tiburon 6-speed. So that's the dream. Making a V6 Formula car, and then keeping the chassis for Memento. But I don't want to do another sedan, Elantra sedan. I'll just probably put the chassis in a shell, and keep it forever, or as long as I live, as long as I have space. And so yeah, so those are like what, five project cars just for myself. Oh yeah, and the crosswind, that's an complete the water to air intercooler setup and increase the boost. Actually, that's all I want to do with it, and do something with the wheels, and have new tires. So yeah, that's I have a lot on my plate and not enough manpower and definitely not enough money. So as far as the YouTube channel is concerned, I can make a lot of content um, continuously for a long time. Okay, I'm not even blogging about my experiences when I work in motorsport settings. Um, I don't bother blogging because I focus on my work. So those are the things that I've been working on, or on the lineup of things that I could be working on. Plus, my friends' cars, which the Kia Pride, my friend's Toyota Corolla Big Body, an L200, and a Kia Rio. So I have these four cars of my friends. Um, so let me summarize the topic. Let me play one more round of chess, and then I'll summarize our topic. Why the Elantra is the worst first race car. Mahina signal. Okay, let's try it out. Point, 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 point. Let's play one game. And then we sum up and then we end the stream. I'm sleepy. I think of playing chess. I think it's more exciting to play Blitz. I'm not a very good chess player. I kind of need to think. And I think this is more enjoyable than. I think how I'm playing it, for me, it's more enjoyable. That's not a good move. I'm not thinking. Maybe one more game after this one. I'm down. I'm down 3 points. Ow, what am I thinking? I'm not thinking. That's the whole problem. I shouldn't play as fast as this. Well, but I'm barely just. Uh-oh, not good. Not good. Thought so. Uh-oh. Ew. This is mate already. Bittersweet memories. Not in a good posiciones. Yeah. playing a person. We're talking about Korean cars, and we're playing somebody from South Korea. Hello, South Korea. Meow. Not good. Meow. That's not good. I have no good moves. I don't have any good moves. I'm dead. Okay. Ah, so I've dropped down from I was 958 at the start of the stream, so I've dropped down to 9421. Okay. So, not a good night for us playing chess. So, alright, I'm going to conclude. Um, we're going to conclude now what I was trying to say. Okay, there is no worst project car, but there are more, or there's no worst first race car. But if you are given a clean slate, if you're given the car to use for practically free, then it's not that you have no choice, but it's more convenient to do so. But if you're given a clean slate, just use whatever popular car is there. Unless you can really identify an advantage in using such a car for your sport or for your particular discipline. Um, for me, I do like the Elantra. I still like how it looks. I like how it drives. It's driving an Elantra is like driving. It's like wearing an old shoe, wearing an old pair of underwear. It's very comfortable. It's old, but it feels good. It feels familiar. So I like it. I still like the car. It's just that I'm going to be enjoying the Elantra in flavors that are good for the street and not necessarily for driving or racing the car rather. Um, and while I'm in the mood of trying to reduce the number of cars that I have, personally, um, I've already told you that we have a lot of cars that we are able to work on for content for a very long time. It's just a matter of producing said content. Okay? Uh, there's no right or wrong, but there's a more right and there's a very wrong when it comes if you have a chance to select, right? Okay. But if you have the opportunity to like rent, borrow, just rent, just borrow. Okay. What's important is you have a team behind you when you take things a little serious. I'm already at the level of when I join all these amateur level events, grassroots level events, okay, in Tagalog, you know, hindi, I mean, not to be braggadocio, but I'll say it in Tagalog. When I join all these grassroots, when I joined my last grassroots event recently to participate, my reaction is, grabe ang baduy, nababaduyan ako. Because it's all, I've gone through it, I know it. I think I would like to say I've graduated from it. Not necessarily financially, but at the very least, I've graduated from it emotionally, personally. So there's it's not that there's nothing left to prove, but I have a lot still to prove. But I kind of want to play in more in a thing that would be more fun to me already. Okay, exciting, I don't know, but fun. Okay, any car you can play in those type of things. Just play. But if you're gonna take things serious, go with a platform that everyone knows how to do, because you will have to rely on people who knows how to fix your car. Find the competitive advantage in your setup, but most importantly, find the competitive advantage in your driving. Okay. Um, why is it the worst car? Yeah. I like it, but if I could start all over again, I would have asked to acquire a Honda Civic. Anyway, anyway, I there's more things that I could say about the topic, but I'm sleepy already, and I have lots of things to do tomorrow. Okay, I did part of my grocery already, so tomorrow it's just gonna be paperwork. So that Monday I don't have to do much. I have meetings on Monday. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. I don't think anyone is watching this. Whatever. But I'm gonna try to do this thing. I should do this thing twice a week. So I think I want to do one on a weekday. I think I could do this one on Tuesday. And another one on Saturday. I want to do one in the morning and one at around this time. It's not time check. I have from Manila. It's 9:38 in the evening. Okay, so I want to do this one morning time, because I think a lot of people actually are watching this YouTube channel, not in the Philippines. So I think it's more convenient if I do some streaming in the morning, alternate it. So I'll try to do a stream uh, Tuesday Tuesday evening again, or even Tuesday morning. Yeah, I can do Tuesday morning. I'll try Tuesday morning. Um, I don't think so. I don't think I could do it. Anyway, I'll figure it out. But definitely, I should do this twice a week. Eventually, people will be coming. With that said, I'll end this stream right here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. And I will be making a YouTube video updating everybody on the garage, uh, present and future projects. Okay? Ciao.